In Hilchos Purim, this year, the way it works out, we eat the Seudas Purim on Friday. Now, Seudas Purim, Shulchan Aruch tells us in Hilchos Purim, consists of washing, eating lechem, and yayin, drinking wine. According to most Rishonim, not only do you have to drink wine on Purim, but specifically by the Seudas Purim is the mitzvah of chayav adon l'sume. There's a problem doing that on Friday afternoon. Usually the Seudas Purim, the correct time to eat a Seudas Purim usually is in the afternoon. So here you have a conflict because it's Purim, it's Purim afternoon, so that's the right time to eat a big Suda and drink wine and eat. And on the other hand, you're not supposed to eat a big Suda right before Shabbos. So what to do? So there's three solutions to this. First solution is, well, it's Erev Shabbos, so what you do is you eat the Suda in the morning. That's what the Ramah says, that when it comes to eating it, eating the Seudas Purim this year, Kishachal Purim b'yoyim shishi, Tov Reish Tzaddik Hey. If Purim comes out on Yom Shishi, our case, Yasa Hasuda b'Shachris. You should make the Suda b'Shachris b'Shum K'vod Shabbos, and that takes care of your obligation towards K'vod Shabbos. Now you know, most of us are good with eating a big Suda in the morning and another big Suda at night. That's all right, but not one right after the other. So that's a Rabbah. The Rabbah is usually what we do, and in fact, the poskim say that is the correct thing to do. The Mishnah explains, what does it mean, Shachris? Haydu kodev chatzois hayoim. Shachris means that you eat your Suda. I don't think you have to finish your Suda, but you eat your Suda, you begin your Suda before chatzois hayoim l'chatchilos. Chatzois hayoim on Friday is 11:49. So then, according to that, the right time to make your Suda on Friday morning, or Purim, would be at about 11 o'clock. So that would be the right thing, or even earlier. Earlier is not a chasar. But the question is, how early do you want to start drinking? That's the question. So that's option one. A more fun option is the option that the Gemara says, and it says in Hilchos Shabbos, that there's a provision for paris mappa. So paris mappa is a thing, like a paris mapanik. So what do you do? That's talking about a person. It's not talking about Purim. Paris mappa is talking about where you just happen to be eating a Suda for whatever reason, a bris, let's say, or for whatever reason you're eating a Suda on Erev Shabbos, and all of a sudden comes Shabbos. So what do? You have to make Kiddush, so the Mishnah, the Gemara tell us what to do. In such a case, Paris mappa ubekadesh. You take your talus, not your talus, your challah cover, and you cover over your meal, or at least the bread of your meal, and you make Kiddush, and then you continue your meal, and it just turned from a Seudas Bris, let's say, or in our case, a Seudas Purim, to a Seudas Shabbos. That's Paris Mappa. Paris Mappa, the way that's done, actually, just more specifically, is that you stop eating your meal. Somebody in the crowd would be Makabel Shabbos, something like we do here on Erev Shabbos, Bo V'Neitzei, Likra Shabbos Malkusa. It's a cool minhag we have here. So, but this is where I believe it says in Shulchan Aruch to say Bo V'Neitzei. Let's be Makabel Shabbos. You can say, some people say the whole Kabbalah Shabbos, including Radada. You could sing L'Chadoidi together. It could be a very, very nice thing. You have to have by Hadlakas Neiros, time of Hadlakas Neiros, so wife lights the Shabbos candles, and then you make Kiddush. The Kiddush is different, certainly on Purim, than it normally would be. You make the full Kiddush, but you don't say Baruch Priagafa, because you already said Baruch Priagafa. You don't say Hamotzi Lechem B'Naaretz, because you already said Hamotzi Lechem B'Naaretz. So you just say the parts of Kiddush. You can say Yom HaShishi, but you also say Asher Bachar Banu, Asher Kichanu V'Svaisav Rotzavanu. Yes, you say the Shabbos Kiddush, and then you sit down and you continue to eat. You don't have to wash again, as I said, because you've already washed before. That's the second way. This is it's an interesting thing to do, only because you get to be Makayim and Gemara, Paris Mapu Makadesh, but it comes with a lot of problems and a lot of machlokas. because there are shitas that say you should make a bar priya gafen again. We just don't do it because of safek brachas lahakel. There are shitas that say you should make a motzi lechem in aretz again. We don't do it because of safek brachas lahakel. There are shitas that don't like the whole idea on Purim, and so what? You daven Kabbalah Shabbos, and then after the Suda, Kabbalah Shabbos is Luchad Doidei said, and then after the Suda you daven Marv. Another thing people don't like is they never get to that Marv, and certainly not with a minyan. So it's but that is an eitzah brought in halacha. The Ramah doesn't like it. The Ramah says to make your Suda in the morning, which is what I do. There is a third eitzah, and that is I see here in this Mishnah Berurah, he brings from Rabbi Yaakov that this is b'diavad. Let's say you just didn't get to eat until it's plag hamidcha. So if you didn't get to eat, it was pretty soon before Shabbos. So then Rabbi Yaakov said the best thing to do is simply to be makabel Shabbos, like you can normally do any week once it's plag hamidcha. You make Shabbos early. In other words, you said you makabel Shabbos and you add extra food and you say Harei Zeh L'Kavod Purim. So that sounds like a real Litvish answer, right? You just make Shabbos and you combine your Shabbos Suda with your Purim Suda. There's no Paris map of that, and you're not eating it in the morning. But he says b'diavad. Talk about that's a case of b'diavad when you didn't get a chance to. You got so busy with Megillah and Shalach Manos and all that on Friday that you didn't get this chance to sit down properly and eat a Suda. So he said, b'diavad, once it's plag hamidcha, be makabel Shabbos and put them all together. So there's three eitzahs. The Ramah, as I said in the Mishnah Berurah, recommend that the correct time to eat the Suda is Friday morning, Erev Purim.